Karol Itauma. How's it going?
Oh, good, Dev. How
I love
you
this
doing?
pose, by the way. This is proper power pose with the fingers. And all
Yeah.
that. This is good. Strong look as well. I'm
Exactly.
loving the hair. Tell us again how it's a bit of sponging in the hair.
Do you know what?
It's really
It's literally this phase. I call it just a little prep phase. Like when I'm training, I don't really want to be thinking too much about my hairstyle and that.
No.
So I wake up in the morning, sponge the hair, and that's it.
The beard's there as well. So does this mean, is this camp mode then?
This is camp mode,
Right.
but as you can see, it's still like a little fresh.
Yeah,
Still fresh.
there is a freshness to it.
Yeah.
Jan 28th then, first title fight
Yeah.
for you. How you feeling?
I'm excited. Obviously, had my debut back in 2020 December, and you know, fast forward more than 2 years, just over 2 years, and now we're kind of getting ready for that first title fight. So it's exciting, and I'm blessed and grateful to be an opportunity I am in.
Has everything gone to plan?
I believe so. I believe we've took the right steps, little incremental gains, and now it's just that first step on the ladder.
Have you visualised getting this title? Because I know you're big on your visualisation,
Yeah.
right? You think about this sort of stuff. Have you thought about what's going to happen when you're in the ring on January 28th, feeling that belt, holding that belt, that first one? I know it's a stepping stone title, but it's still your first one as a pro. Have you given that thought?
I've definitely visualised it around myself, like that, for sure. But I didn't really go too much into detail on capturing the title in a sense, because I just believe that the title is just a little cherry on top. The real important thing is the process. You know, getting in there, winning it, showcasing myself, and showing everyone who I really am. The title is just a little bonus.
It's a big day for the Itauma family as well, because we're here today because there's a launch press conference for your brother who's now turned pro, Moses, and he makes his debut on the same show that you'll be fighting for your first title. What are your thoughts?
It is a huge night for us. In our whole career that we've been boxing, we've never boxed on the same night.
Really?
Or let alone in the same place. So this is like a huge milestone, if you like. And we're both excited. We're both excited. A lot of people coming over from Slovakia as well, family. So yeah, it is a huge night.
It's a proud day for the family, isn't it?
Absolutely, and obviously, him being my brother and being able to share that moment and go through the same process, the same moment, same time, same location, it's a blessing.
What have your family said about it? What was like your parents? What are they?
Nothing. We don't really talk about things like that. We just, because I feel like if you put so much emphasis on it, it becomes like I wouldn't say a burden, but something heavy on your shoulders. Like, oh, this, you're adding too much to the occasion, and we're not doing that. We've acknowledged it, that yeah, we're boxing on the same night. We spoke about it with my brother, and that's it. We leave it there, and then we go and perform.
So it's more something that you can look back on when it's all said and done, sort of thing.
Absolutely. Like I said before, we're not there to take videos, fanboy and you know, and soaking all the thingy. We're just there to perform, do the task, and then we can look back on it after, like, yeah, wow, that was a great night.
Do you think you'll feel nervous for him? Like, because you watch him fight all the time, you go out, you follow him out there. How does that normally feel, and do you think this will feel any different?
It's gonna be a new, a fresh experience, because I've never had to kind of have the two emotions in play at the same time. Like, it's either I'm boxing or he's boxing. I've never had to mix and integrate the two. So it's gonna be new, but it's gonna be a start and perhaps one of many.
Because we've seen this before, like the Smith brothers, they've boxed on the same show, and I remember like it didn't go too well for one of them, and it affected the other guy backstage who was watching it. There's a whole new layer to this. Obviously, we're not expecting Moses to go for anything bad, and the same with you as well. But this is a whole new experience, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, it is a new experience, but it's one that we're gonna remember for sure, because it's been the first one, and one that we're gonna learn from and take on with us.
What's different between you and your brother? And I asked him the same question. How are you different to your brother?
That's it's not a tough question, because I think it's quite explicit. However, it's hard to describe. Like, he's more like laid back, more chilled, like, oh, whatever. But I'm more precise. I'm more like strategic or something like that. I don't know whether it's that's what you want to call it, but I like things in order.
Is that because you're older? Is that the maturity, do you think?
No, I think that's just our personalities. I think he's a lot more laid back and more chilled approach to things. It's hard to describe. Like I know what it is, but it's hard to get into words sometimes.
When you box and he's shouting from ringside, you've said to me before that he is one of the. It could be a fully packed stadium. He is a voice that you'll hear, one of the few. Do you think it will be the same, vice versa?
I don't know. I'd like to hope so. I'd like to think so. Yeah. Because literally, like I said, like his voice just penetrates everything. Like so, I hear it. I don't know whether it's the bond or whether it's something deeper than that. But yeah, it's just I hear his voice. Yeah.
Do you spar? Do you scrap?
Yeah, when did we spar? We sparred last week actually. We sparred last week. He went orthodox because he likes practicing his stances. Yeah, we sparred then. But it's weird because I remember sparring when we were younger, and it was like I was the one that could lead on him and do whatever. But now it's like he's got 30 kilos on me, so it's crazy.
I asked him, have you because you're both brothers, sibling rivalry, etc. Have you had scraps outside of sparring?
No.
Well, he told me one story. He told me he
Go
was
on.
10 years old and you punched him in the throat because he nicked your grapes.
I can't remember that.
He said
I can't remember
he
that.
took your grapes out of the fridge or something, and then you started like, "Why are you eating my grapes?" And you just kept eating them in front of you, and then you punched him in the throat.
Can't remember that, but I do remember like our trampoline scraps we had.
Yeah.
But that don't really count as a scrap. It was never like bitter or like intent to hurt him.
Yeah.
If anything, it was just like a playful.
What are you doing, sort of messing about kind of thing. How good is he?
He's cold. He is. It's cold because it's like, like when you look at them lightweight fighters that move, the slick, the rhythm, the feints, the everything. Like a 60-kilo fighter, put him in a heavyweight frame, and increase the power. Same boxing IQ. It's like that. It's like watching a lightweight fighter in the heavyweights attributes, and me describing that, you can imagine how scary that is, and especially add to the fact that he's a southpaw. It just adds to the flavour, adds to the danger, and that's what he is.
Plenty of flavour in both you. You're half Slovakian, half Nigerian. These are good genetics for a fighter, aren't they?
As people say, for sure.
What can we expect then from the Itauma brothers on January 28th?
Well, January 28th is going to be a night to remember for sure, for not only for us, but for everyone as well. We're here to put on a show, here to take that first step on the ladder, and my brother exploded on the scene, and me to take the first step on the ladder and capture the title.
Finally, before I let you go, the main event that night is in your weight division. It's Artur Beterbiev, the unified champion, defending his titles against Anthony Yarde. Tell us about this fight. How do you see it going?
I think it's a crazy fight. Obviously, Beterbiev being the monster he is, like 17 fights, 17 knockouts. And then Yarde just being Yarde, like he's the thing. I shared the ring with him a few months ago when I came back, and he's good. Like the sharpness, and people don't really kind of see the defensive attributes he has, which is I rate them really, really highly. Like it's so reactive. So obviously in that division, anything can happen. As we know, literally one punch can change the whole fight. You can be winning and then bam, last round you get knocked out. But if I was to make a prediction, I'd say Yarde, if Yarde's going to knock him out, it'd be like inside like 5. And I feel like the longer it goes, I feel like the chance of him getting it goes more to Beterbiev's favour, if I'm being honest. But I'd like to see Yarde win for sure.
That's a very fair prediction. Tell me more about your time with Anthony Yarde. So you were surprised by his, well, I don't know if you were surprised or not, but you were taken aback, I guess, by his defensive skill. Tell us more about that.
Yeah,
Did
like
he give you any advice as well?
No, we didn't really like speak to him after. I think it was like literally when I came up from my holiday. So I was a bit heavier in that. But he's very, very, very reactive. I never thought that his defense would be as that good, but the way he catches shots and rides shots, I feel like people might overlook that, and he's skillful.
Karol, brilliant speaking to you. I can't wait for you to pick up this strap. I can't wait for the Itauma takeover on January 28th. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Oh no!
Listen,
every time. What should we? Can we decide?
Let's just do bumps. I'm never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
decide
From now on.
Always bumps.
Cool.